So let's go on now to the fifth shloka, another beautiful shloka. In small, capsules of 4 lines, Bhagwan is giving us the sar, the essence of Vedantic teaching. So let's chant the fifth shlok today. Deham pranapi indriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu stri balanda jadopamastvahamiti Branta Brisham Vadinaha Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Saharine Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Translation. Those who consider the body or prana, or sense organs, or the changing mind, or the void as the I, are like a naive, innocent girl child, or as a blind person, or a dull-headed person. They are deluded, but they vehemently assert their points. The inner guru destroys this great delusion created by the play of the power of Maya. Salutations to Shri Dakshinamurti, the personification of our inner guru, who awakens this knowledge through his profound silence. Beautiful. So, as you know, we are all interested in spirituality. But what is this spiritual quest all about? It's not about making our life easier. It's not about solving problems. It's not about getting whatever we want or fulfilling our ambitions. This entire quest is about finding out the answer to the greatest secret, the greatest mystery of the universe. Who am I? Who actually am I? What am I? What am I doing here? Why am I here? What is my true identity? From where have I come? And where do I have to go? Different people have different beliefs, different notions, different understandings about their own identity, who they really are. And all these different ideas, notions, thoughts, beliefs are based on perhaps what they have been taught by their parents or by their teachers or even by their guru, or it could also be based on what they have studied themselves through books, videos, or could be based on a complete lack of any input whatsoever from parents, teachers, gurus, self-study or anything, just based on whatever they thought, basically based on their ignorance. So we are relying, basically, what are we relying on? We are relying on the limited knowledge that is perceivable by our limited faculties. You understand that? We are relying on finding out the secret of who am I, based on what? On the limited knowledge that our limited faculties are capable of perceiving. And we're trying to identify that which is beyond the capabilities of our limited BMI. Our body, mind, intellect are our faculties. They are limited, and they have a limited range of perception. And we are trying to use this limited machinery to identify or to know or to find out something that is beyond the range, beyond the limit of our equipment. So what our equipment can perceive is of this sansar. Whatever the eyes can see, ears can hear, tongue can taste, etc. And we are trying to find out something that is beyond this. So what do? We superimpose what we know, limitedness, on what is unlimited. So this imposition, adhyas, is because our faculties only know up to here. This is all we know. But what we are trying to attain and reach is over here. It cannot go there. It's like glasses. It has a number. It can see up to a point. Beyond that, if something is more far, we cannot see it. Then we need some more equipment. We need binoculars. Binoculars will go up to a particular level. After that, it will not go. Then we'll need a telescope. So like that, our faculties are limited. We cannot see what we are trying to see. Therefore, what we know, we superimpose, we do adhyas, we superimpose what we know on what we don't know, and therefore we remain deluded, moha. So what are some of these superimpositions which feed our wrong understanding of who we are? And Bhagwan calls this the first line of our shloka. Deham prana pirindriyanya pichalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu. Means we are considering the body, the prana, the sense organs, or the changing mind, or the void, shunyata, as the I. Some people will choose one, some people will choose the other. So let us see all these superimpositions. Why are they false? Why are they not true? Why is it that deham, the body? People say, I am the body. But can it be possible? Let's understand. Now, the body is the grossest part of our being. It's formed from the tamasic aspect of the grossified panchbhutas. It's made up of bones and flesh and blood and tissues, filth, pus. So how can it be the pure self, first and foremost? The body only starts existing after we are born or after it has been conceived, let's say, and it stops existing after death. It rots. It is not eternal. When it is not eternal, it cannot be Sat. And it keeps changing. Throughout your life, you have 6 vikars, 6 changes, 6 stages. Therefore, it continuously changes. It cannot be the eternal truth. And in deep sleep, we aren't even aware of it. We aren't even conscious of it. It is basically jad, insentient. It borrows sentiency from the Atma. Therefore, deham, I am the body, cannot be who I really am. All right? So this notion is cancelled. I am not the body. Then am I the prana? Am I this life force, this life energy, vital force that many people think they are, pranam? Prana is sometimes mistaken to mean breath. And because it is considered to be breath, we think breath is the real life, is a real Atma. Because once pran nikal gaya, once the pran leaves the body is dead. So people think pran is the real life force. But by itself, prana is jad. Prana is not sentient. Prana is insentience. It again has to borrow sentiency from the Atma to do its functions. What are its functions? Its functions are basically physiological functions of the body. It takes care of, the hunger, the thirst, the weakness, the strength, the health, the disease of the body. It's rajasic in nature. And it belongs to the subtle body, Sukshma Sharir. It has no consciousness of its own. Prana cannot know itself, nor can it know anything else. It does not have chitta, the knowledge principle. Therefore, prana, cannot be the real I. It cannot be who I really am. So neither the body nor the prana. What is the third notion that people have? I am Indriya. I am the sense organs through which I get knowledge of the world. So we have 5 sense organs, as you all know. Panch Gyan Indriya. They are part of the Manomay Kosh, which is also part of the subtle body. And we use our 5 sense organs to get knowledge from the world, and we take it inside our mind. And because we are using it for getting knowledge, we have the impression, or some people have the impression, that that is the real I. But eyes exist, ears exist, nostrils exist, everything exists even when the body has died. Yet, no knowledge is available through them. Therefore, we know that they are not the real I. They are only able to function because they are borrowing sentiency. They are borrowing consciousness from the Atma. They have a beginning at birth and they have an end at death. Therefore, Gyan Indriyas also, this notion we have to take out from our mind, the Gyan Indriyas also cannot be who I really am. Anything else, any other notion? Yes. Bhagavan says, Chalam Buddhi. People think I am the mind and the intellect. Now, along with these Gyan Indriyas, the mind and the intellect also belonging to the subtle body is made up of Panchbhut only, sattvic aspect of Panchbhut. And Panchbhut we know is not the real I because it is gross matter, it is Prakriti. So this mind, what does it do? This mind expresses emotions and feelings. All your emotions and your feelings are originating from the mind. Your calm, krodh, lobh, moh, mad, matsarya, your happiness, your sadness, they're like waves in the ocean. They come and they go. They are not steady. They are not eternal. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they stop. It has no steadiness. It is vikari. It goes on moving, it goes on changing. And intellect also, sometimes you may think you are belonging to one profession, then you think of something else, then you think you're a mother, then you think you're an American, you think you're an Indian. Intellect also goes on having its vrittis that keep arising. There is no steadiness. There are waves and waves of thoughts continuously rising in the intellect, in the antakaran, basically mind and intellect both. Both, by the way, are jad. They are not sentient whatsoever. So mind and intellect also cannot be who I really am. Oh, this is a problem. Because if I cannot be the body, if I cannot be the prana, if I cannot be the 5 sense organs, if I cannot be the mind, if I cannot be the intellect, then I cannot be anything because that's all that there is. Therefore, there are people who think shunyam, I am non-existent, I am nothing, I am nothingness, I don't exist. And this, my dear, is the most ridiculous of all notions. Can somebody taking care of the Zoom take care of this interruption? This is the most ridiculous notion that I am nothing. Why is it most ridiculous? Because nothingness cannot create something. Nothingness cannot create anything. Because somewhere the world has got created. So where has it got created from? If there was nothing, then nothing exists. But we exist. The world exists. You can see it. And if everything is nothingness, then who is there to see that nothingness and to tell us that we are nothing? There has to be a witness of the nothingness also. So there has to be a substratum to the notion of nothingness. Therefore, shunyata, non-existence, nothingness cannot be who I really am. Because the minute you say I am, means something is existing. And we are saying nothing is existing. So how can nothing exist? It cannot, nothing cannot exist. It is nothing. Therefore, this concept of shunyata, nothingness, non-existence cannot be who I really am. So Vedanta denounces all these theories, all these notions, because they do not pass the acid test of truth, Sat. Now, Bhagavan goes on to tell us who are these people, describe the people who have such notions that I am body, mind, intellect, prana, or nothing. So the line comes, Stri Balanda Jara. 4 kinds of people Bhagavan is explaining or describing in this word. First is Stri. Everybody knows Stri means woman. But Bhagavan is not saying that women have these problems. So all women feminists, please don't get up and get annoyed. Bhagavan is not referring to women in general. When this word Stri is used in Vedantic literature, it has a completely different meaning which needs to be understood. See, in each of us, we are composed of 2 personality traits. Everyone. 2 personality traits. There's a feminine aspect of our personality, and then there's a masculine aspect of our personality. And these 2 aspects are in various ratios, combinations, permutations, and that's what makes each person a unique personality, unique individual. So each one of us has these 2 aspects, but in different proportions. And if you go to the iconography of Sanatan Dharma, this aspect of 2 personalities is beautifully portrayed in the iconography of Ardhanareshwar. Ardhanareshwar is Parvati and Shiva as one being. They make up the complete being. Shakti or Parvati is always to the left of Shiva. Why left of Shiva? Because the feminine aspect belongs to the heart, and the heart is to the left of the body. So the feminine aspect is the softer aspect, the nurturing aspect, the intuitive, creative aspect of our personality, the feeling aspect of our personality belonging to the heart. And the masculine aspect of our personality is the logical, rational, valor, systematic thinking aspect of our personality. So when the word Stri is used in Vedantic literature, what it refers to is a person who has more of the feminine aspect in their unique makeup. And they rely more on the heart than on the intellect. So this person may be in many situations more emotional, more sensitive, more sentimental, soft-natured, giving more importance to their emotions and feelings. And emotions and feelings belong to the mind, right? We just saw that. Emotions and feelings belong to the mind. So when a person is giving a lot of importance to emotions and feelings, that person is more likely to say, I am the mind, because that is what they're giving more importance to in their own personality. So Stri meaning the one who thinks I am the mind. Then the next word comes Bala. You all know Bala means child. Now in Vedantic literature, what it really means is someone who is spiritually a child, spiritually immature, childish, and a child only will look at the tangible things in life and take them as the truth, right? You try to explain to them abstract things, try to explain to them subtle things. They don't have the capability as yet to understand them. So they take the gross, the tangible aspects of sansar as truth. So they will believe this gross body is the truth. And they will spend their life satisfying their urges, their desires of the body, because they think the body is who I am. So Stri standing for the feminine aspect, thinking I am the mind. Bala standing for the immature individual who thinks the body is who I am. Then the next part comes andha. You know, andha means blind. So by the word andha, what Bhagwan is probably trying to express is those who don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see the truth. They are stuck in their ways of thinking. They have some notions, they have some beliefs, and they are blind to what? To the possibility that they may be wrong. They are blind to the possibility that there is something more than what they think is the truth. They're not interested in changing their viewpoint. They're stuck over there and they're happy with their version of the truth. This person is relying on what? On his own intellect. So a person like this will always think, I am the intellect because my intellect is so great. I know the truth and nobody else knows. I'm superior to everyone because of my superior intellect. So they are blind to anything more than what they themselves believe. So this person is the one who will think, I am the intellect. And then there's one more category of people that Bhagwan calls Jad. And we have used this word often enough. Jad means insentient, doesn't have consciousness of its own. Who are these people who are Jad? As in their thinking, because we are all Jad anyway, as in body, mind, intellect. But the category of people described as Jad are those who don't use their intelligence. They don't use their mind. They don't use their faculties to raise themselves up from tamas. They are stone personalities. You know, a stone just sits there until and unless it is kicked out of the way. So these people just exist without any attempt at increasing their knowledge, without any notion that they need to know anything more. They are just tamasic. They are more tamasic than the blind, because the blind at least have some notion. At least they're thinking something. They're using their intellect rightly or wrongly, we don't know. But the Jad, they are not using their mind. They're just content to be. They are highly tamasic in nature. They don't even have a clue, or they don't even question, who am I? So Bhagwan says, Tri baland jadopamastvaham branta brisham vadinaha. These four personalities are branta, deluded. They have no idea of the truth, and yet they vehemently assert their opinions. Brisham. They vehemently say, I know the truth. This is who I am. You go here, go think whatever you want. I know this is the truth. And how did this delusion come along? Because it was created by aviveka, an untrained intellect, an untrained discrimination. And how will this delusion be destroyed? Who has created this? Their own untrained intellect, which has been covered with the power of Maya. Who will remove this? Bhagwan says, the inner guru will remove this wrong notion, will remove this maha moha, this great delusion. And to that inner guru, tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaha idam Shri Dakshinamurti. Who is this inner guru who is going to remove this moha from us? Who is this inner guru who is going to destroy our delusions? Bhagwan is bowing down to that inner guru. That is the Guru Tattva, the principle of knowledge, Chit, of Sat Chit Anand, Atma, which is within each one of us, which will awaken this knowledge of Aham Brahmasmi, not Aham Deha, not Aham Prana, not Aham Indriya, not Aham Man, not Aham Buddhi, none of this. Aham Brahmasmi. That is the truth. I am Brahma. But how is he going to awaken this beautiful knowledge? Bhagwan says, through Mauna Vakyam, through the silent language. What does it mean? What is this silent language that I'm supposed to hear and I'm supposed to get awakened? The Atma is not going to talk to us. It doesn't have a voice that it's going to say something. It just reveals itself without words. It just reveals itself to the Adhikari Shishya, who has been through the prescribed practices. It is Swayam Prakashit. It will by itself show itself. Just like the sun does not need a torch to see it, it has its own light. The Atma also will radiate its light outward, and you will know, Janami, you will know Aham Brahmasmi by itself, through no words. Monam Vakyam. And this Bhagwan Shankaracharya bows down to the personification of that inner Guru. Who is the personification of the inner Guru? Who is the personification of Atma? Shri Dakshinamurti, the form of Shiva. And this Shri Dakshinamurti, the form of Shiva, the inner Guru, the Guru Tattva, is within each and every one of us, just waiting to radiate outside, waiting to share its identity with this gross mind, body, intellect. What should we take home from this? Obviously, don't get stuck in what is obvious. Don't get stuck in what is tangible. Don't get stuck in just normal, the pedestrian knowledge of what is the truth. Because the truth, the real truth, is hidden between layers and layers and layers of illusion. So we have to keep searching. When one of the layers is removed, we feel great peace. Let's say you overcome the illusion of I am the body. A great weight has lifted off you. You will feel peace, but it's not the end of the road. You have to go further through pran, man, intellect, gyan indriya, etc., etc., etc. So keep searching. Don't get deluded by the false sense of peace. Second, don't get stuck in the false personalities of Shri, that means your emotions. Don't get stuck in the false personality of Baal, immature intellect. Don't get stuck in the false personality of Andha, your stubborn intellect. And don't get stuck in the tamasic Jad, just not bothering to know who you are. Go to the Vedantic Granths, find out, who am I? Don't get stuck with your immature knowledge. And nurture both aspects of your personality, the feminine as well as the masculine, so you'll become a complete being. We look for others to complete us, but we are complete by ourselves. Nurture both aspects, use them wisely whenever needed, but bringing them together will make you a complete human being. You will become Ardha Nareshwar. So take these points from this beautiful short 4 lines, 1 shloka, so much to learn. Till next Thursday, keep working on these beautiful small concepts. More next Thursday. Oh. 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 Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityarma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shidarpana, Jai Gurudev. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Nikhil, for chanting. And once again, happy birthday to Rani. God bless you. Have a great year ahead. God bless everyone.